Hello, Keith Reynolds here, Senior Advisory Architect for Security and Risk Products here at ServiceNow. Today I'm going to spend some time showing you key platform capabilities available for the security operations applications. In this session, I will be discussing notifications and how to configure them to ensure users are updated when important changes occur to items like security incidents or vulnerabilities. So the first way to set up notifications for security incident response is to use the setup assistant for that application. This has the benefit of being a very simple alerting mechanism for security incidents and security incident tasks. It does require the application admin or SNSI admin role, but doesn't need any other delegated developer privileges in order to be able to use this feature. You can quickly set up new notifications here to adapt to new notification requirements. And really, the skill level to use this feature is about a 1 out of 5. So just about anyone should be able to set up a new notification using this method. So we'll do a quick demo of the setup assistant, and from there we'll jump into a more powerful way to set up your security operations notifications. So in the security incident setup assistant, you want to go down to configure security incident response operations item. And down here, you can find pre-configured notifications that are available within the application. And I could also create a new one by adding to this last row here. So the tables available for this are either request, meaning the security incident itself, or security incident task, in which case you would choose task. So if I want to set up a notification based on changes to the risk level of a security incident, I'm going to choose request as the security incident. And as my field, I'm going to choose risk. And I'm going to add a recipient to that notification. I'm going to make that recipient the assignee of the security incident. And then we're just going to make sure we click on save to save that notification. And that's all there is to setting up a new notification using the setup assistant for security incident response. Next, we'll look at platform functionality for system notifications, which we can use to set up more refined notifications for end users. These features are available under the Security Incident Administration and the Vulnerability Response Administration menus, respectively. These provide configurable email notifications for security incidents, vulnerabilities, and related tables. It does require the admin role, SNSI admin or Vul admin, to view, and it also requires a delegated developer privilege to add or edit these notifications. There are several pre-configured notifications that come out of the box with security incident and vulnerability response. I would say the skill level to use this feature is about a 3 out of 5. Easy to set up, but you need to understand the underlying data that you're using to trigger notifications in order to be able to do this effectively. Now, while we're talking about notifications, know that end users have the ability to configure their own notification preferences through their configuration settings. If I click into that and I look at my notifications tab on system settings, I can see whether or not I've turned on or allowed notifications. I can manage my own individual channels for notifications. In this case, I have a primary email set up for that, and I can add additional channels as well as create my own personal notifications for data that's available within the system. So end users do have some control over how they receive notifications and what they receive notifications for. Now, security incident notification configurations can be found under Security Incident Administration Notifications menu item. Here you'll see a list of out-of-the-box notifications that are already available. Using the same use case that we talked about earlier with risk level increases, I'm going to create a new security incident notification for an increase of risk level to very high. So to do that, we're going to click on New, and we will give this a name called Increased Risk Level. That's the name of our notification. We're going to use the security incident table, which we find here. We'll give this a category of security. So this is part of all of our security notifications. We see that this will be active. Now I'm going to choose both when to send it, who will receive it, and what it will contain. To start with when to send, we are going to send this when a record is updated, and the trigger for that is when the risk changes to very high. So that's how I'm going to set up this configuration. We can add additional criteria there to make that more complex, but we're only going to do this on update. Who will receive it? We are going to use a user. That user is going to be the assigned to user, and we're going to add them to the notification. This has full dot wall capabilities as well. So if I want to look at that assigned to user and also pick their manager, I can add them to the list of notifyees for this notification. So we can add our users there. We can also add static users as well as static groups for this notification. So we've defined both when to send it, who will receive it, and now we're going to define what it will contain. We'll give the subject here as risk level increase, and we're going to add a short message here saying the risk level for this incident, and we'll give the incident number, has increased to our new risk level. And we'll give a URI ref tag there, which allows a link to be placed in there that the user can click to get immediately to that particular task, or in this case, security incident. You'll see the variables here. I'm using variables picked from the right side here. So we can use any of the variables that are available within the security incident to include on that email. So we have our subject and we have our message defined, and we have everything else configured here, and we're going to just go ahead and submit and save that record. Now, I like this example of a notification for a risk level change. You might have workflows or threat intelligence integrations that are automatically changing the risk rating on a security incident without anyone intervening with it, right? Without someone doing that manually. So this new risk rating could properly reflect the current risk environment, and our analyst would want to be informed accordingly. So this is a simple example of leveraging the power of automation in the platform to achieve those types of outcomes. Now, to see this in action, I'll go to a list view of all security incidents that are assigned to me. In this case, just one for the purpose of example here. And we can see the risk level on this is set to high. We're going to go ahead and edit that from the list view and change that to very high. Now, I should get a notification in my email box. And sure enough, I have it now. And this is what it looks like. There's my subject, risk level increase. The risk level for security incident 2121 has increased to very high. And of course, I included that href tag in there so I can click on that link to be taken directly into that security incident in my browser. So that's it. I hope that was informative. Thank you for taking the time to review system notifications with me. My name is Keith Reynolds, and it's always my pleasure to show you how to get the most out of your ServiceNow security operations applications. Please be sure to refer to our documentation site at docs.servicenow.com for even more information on this topic. Also, I encourage you to sign up for the Security Operations Forum on community.servicenow.com, where you can ask questions, post ideas, and interact with experts to make sure you have all the information you need to be successful in your ServiceNow journey. Thank you.